Продовжуємо роботу в Українському кризовому медіа-центрі.
Now the floor is given to Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk, Ministry of Defense of Ukraine spokesman on NATO-related issues. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Now the information about the main events that happened yesterday in the ATO zone. The Lugansk sector, before dawn, enemy delivered 2 artillery shellings at frontline positions of Ukrainian armed forces deployed in the Novodarsk region. After 7 p.m., main military actions were in the Popasnyansky region. The enemy 3 times used mortars and also intensively delivered fire with the use of small arms. Also, the enemy violated ceasefire in Stanично-Lugansk region and also near Zhovte. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Lugansk sector, there were 13 enemy shellings, including 5 with the use of heavy weapons. And all these episodes, except one, happened during dark hours. The Donetsk sector, in the majority of cases, the occupants violated ceasefire in Kamenka, Avdiivka, Opetne, Pisky, part of frontline. All these incidents were after 7 p.m. The enemy used once a tank and once an APC. 1 enemy shelling happened in Lugansk and that is in Svetlodarsk Bulge. This shelling lasted for 1 hour, and near Gorlovka the situation was calm. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Donetsk sector there were 8 enemy shellings. The Mariupol sector. Military actions were during the day and at night in Snarognatovka and Lebedinska. There were mortar shellings delivered by the enemy. The situation was tense between midnight and 4 a.m. In Gnutovo-Vodene part of frontline, there were several incidents of fire exchange between Ukrainian armed forces and enemy. And in Mariinsky region, there were 2 enemy shellings. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Mariupol sector, the enemy violated ceasefire 14 times. During the last 24 hours, in the result of the military actions, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed. 2 servicemen were wounded or traumatized. These days, in the ATO zone, Ukrainian armed forces found ammunition of Russian origin. Near Svatovo of Lugansk Oblast, they found 6 anti-personnel mines OZM-72 and artillery and 1 tank projectile. Also, in the region of Svetlodarsk Bulge, law enforcers found BMP-2 30mm shell. And 1 more former militant used SBU program that is called They Wait For You Back Home. In summer 2014, the resident of Volnovakha, under the influence of Russian propaganda, joined illegal armed groups. There, he was guarding buildings of Prosecutor's General Office of DPR. Then he saw the elusiveness of the Russian world ideology, and he saw the criminal situation there and decided to leave the militants. In Khersonshina, they hold training for graduates of military higher educational institutions. The curricula include ATO experience. Young lieutenants participate in firing exercises, tactical engineering training, and also topography and first aid training. And in Lvivshina, reserve officers are trained, and several hundred of reservists undergo refresher training, and they had firing exercises and technical reconnaissance activity trainings, and they are trained in tactical medicine. And in the Western Operative and Territorial Unit of National Guard hold the competition for armored vehicles crews, and 15 crews participated in the training. During the first day, they carried out full disassemble and assemble of weaponry of armored vehicles, and also they had off-road driving. And 12 trucks went through Novotroitsk checkpoint, bringing humanitarian help. They brought food products, hygienic kits, and construction materials of overall mass of 233 tons, and this help was provided by the International Committee of Red Cross. This is all for now. Do you have questions? If there are no, thank you.